Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Loss, and I'm here today to discuss a new theory that I have. I believe that pathological denial is what reinforces the non progression against oppression in the black community. Keyword community. Okay, now let me elaborate on this. There are quite a few people that believe that there's a systematic subjugation of the black population. Basically, black people are being oppressed. But wait, in 2018, you would think that everybody would kind of see this, especially if you're black. Because if you're black, at some point you may have had trouble finding a job. You may have had a family member, or you yourself have been incarcerated at some point, or even profile. You see it on the news. You talk about it in the churches. Yet when your boss fires you, you say he couldn't have done it on purpose. Even from your social media, you can see different forms of oppression from each social media outlet going on a day-to-day basis. Now let's break this down. Pathological denial. What is denial? Denial is the action of declaring something to be untrue. Now, just because you declare something to be untrue does not mean that it is not true. So, why do people have denial? Psychologically, denial is used as a defense mechanism to reduce your anxiety about something. Also, using denial as a defense mechanism can help someone cope with reality and maintain his or her self image. Here's some examples of the denial I'm referring to. You have some people out there that will say, I'm an entrepreneur, I don't work for anybody, I drive for Uber. When in actuality, you don't have a business license. The moment you turn on your phone, you're working for Uber. Another good example of this would be the functional alcoholic. They are able to fulfill their daily responsibilities and maintain a job and a social life, but the problem isn't that person's functionality, it's the alcohol and the health risks associated with alcohol. Well, actually, their functionality is a problem because they're functionally dependent upon the alcohol. So you could say that the functional alcoholic is suffering from denial in two different ways. And you cannot change anything that you are in denial about. Keyword change. So basically, you cannot progress against the day to day oppression that you face as an individual if you are in denial about it. Now, let's go back to denial being a defense mechanism. Everyone has defense mechanisms, but defense mechanisms are unconscious. Unconscious meaning not conscious, meaning you are not aware of how you are responding to your surroundings. And now let's go back to both words, pathological denial. Okay, pathological as in compulsive, as in a irresistible urge. So unconsciously, individuals have an irresistible urge to rewrite the truth that is right in front of their eyes despite irrefutable data in order to reduce their anxiety to a level that they can function on a day-to-day basis. And this is because if a person experiences too much anxiety, it doesn't take much. That person won't even be able to function. And many people confuse anxiety with fear, and they like to say fear is what stops the fight or, the progression against oppression in the black community. But I argue that it's not a conscious problem, it's an unconscious problem, and it needs to be further investigated.